First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And Thomas has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get it around to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now Mahomes. Thomas brings it in. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Logan Thomas, as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll throw now on the final play. And incomplete on the deep ball. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to...
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Logan Thomas, 44 yards. And the Chiefs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Montana, never a great runner of the football, but he's got a first down there. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw is Montana. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Catch here, left side, Thomas. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Logan Thomas, 81 yards. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 6. Oh, now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now it's Mahomes again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Looking to throw again on second down. Montana. The throw taken in by Sims. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun. Here's Montana.
That one into the hands of Beckham downfield.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Montana's throw complete there to Beckham.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25.
And now this offense comes back the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It's caught. Beckham. They showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed.
Higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's, dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm, making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome you to another installment of Madden Ultimate Team. There's been a lot of talk leading up to this matchup, and it's finally here. But can it live up to all the hype?
The rookie fourth rounder out of LSU, Cade York, has this one teed up.
And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Alert! Alert! Check! No!
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This
this drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run on first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 2nd and 4.
Up the middle they go with a big back Jackson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Brown. He'll hit Jackson, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Now Cade York for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Mahomes to throw. Thomas has got it, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches are asking their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. He's got the first down and more. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Logan Thomas, 38 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Logan Thomas, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he loses the football a second time. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. K.J. Hamler, 69 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytic.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown. Logan Thomas on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.